Good day to you people of the internet, and welcome to this week's edition of Transformer of the Week, where finally I'm going to be looking at this guy. Now this is Beast Machine's Silverbolt, and yes, he is transformed pretty much correctly. The tale of Beast Machines. Beast Machines, man. First, it was G1. And we all love G1 for life forever. Then Beast Wars came along, and people were angry. Some people were angry at Beast Wars because truck not monkey and all that kind of behaviour going on. They turned Optimus Prime into a monkey. It was an ape, and it wasn't actually Optimus Prime. It transpired it was someone who was named for Optimus Prime. And so eventually the Beast Wars cartoon was just a glorious thing. And a lot of people were won over by this. A lot of people were won over, and at the end of season 2 into season 3, it properly joined into the G1 canon of this was something that happened a long time after G1, but also because of transdimensional time travelling hoo-ha before of G1. So it firmly entrenched itself into Transformers canon, and it was a glorious thing. But it ended. And on the high of Beast Wars, it appears that the people from Mainframe went out, took a lot of Class A drugs, and created Beast Machines. Now Beast Machines, as a sequel to Beast Wars, that upset even more people. It did. It is a show that it poo-poos a lot of character development from characters in Beast Wars, and kind of just says the whole thing. But in isolation, it's a very deep and thoughtful, and very, it's got a huge through line. It's a lot deeper than it has a right to be for a kid's cartoon show, so in its isolation it's brilliant, but it just came out straight out of left field, which, coincidentally, the people who did the theme music. So Beast Machines Silverbolt is now going to show you some kind of griffin, I think, but here he is clearly a phoenix. Now, I bought this figure from TF Nation. It was on the toy food table, and let's rewind. Bill Raptrap25 has cited this as being like the worst Transformer figure ever, and he did a video about this, and someone decided to give him a lot of abuse over this, and it was uncalled for. Someone gave him an uncalled for abuse because of his own opinion that this is the worst Transformer figure ever. So I saw it on the toy food table at TF Nation. Now toy food, all the proceeds that they make goes to charity. So I saw this, and he's like, that's what Phil says is the worst Transformer ever. A lot of people cite this as the worst Transformer ever. I have to own this. If only I could make a video just to poo-poo it, which you're watching now. So I got it, and I gave it a lot of abuse. I threw it around a bit, chucked it on the floor. What the fuck have I bought this? Ugh, dashed it to the floor. But then I got to playing with it. And there's something about it. I'll just say that right now. I mean, just look at this. It's awkward, it's gangly, it's weird. But it's a phoenix. Look at that. Rising from the flames. Just the translucent blues, the reds, the yellows. It is flame incarnate. And it is a gangly, awkward, weird bird mode. But there's something about it. Now you can have it like that, that's the official, but you can bring these down and have it a bit more griffin-like. But as a mangling of, eagle and lion, whatever a griffin is supposed to be, it is supposed to be gangly. and awkward. Now what they've done here is admirable, because if you would have designed this, if you would have said, I'm making a toy, a griffin type thing or a bird type thing, you would have made the bird's legs the Robomo's legs. But they decided to do something completely different. They decided to go, we're going to try and take a completely different approach to the transformation. I am transformed. And it's admirable. They've not gone the easy path. But it's also stupid. So anyway, but yeah, there's lots of details in that. And just the clear plastic and everything. It's just glorious. It's just a gangly, awkward thing. We'll take off the wings. We'll fold these together, like so. So we'll come to play later. Take this. We move that round. We pull that up into here. It's already taken shape. So it's a very simple transformation. It's a very, very simple transforming process. And then these come down. The head squirrel like that. And then we have him in his robot mode. But again, sort out a little bit. He's got these huge mitts, right? These huge mitt hands, but that can't be helped. But the rest of it, this is just a very highly articulate and sometimes quite dynamic robot mode. There's got a lot going on. And the clear plastic head sculpt, again, with the ink washes and the various different bits of paint on there. It's scrumptious. It's well done. It is well done. He's got a bird head for a cock, but it's well done. This guy, when I was playing around with him in TF Nation, you can get him into a crane kick position and he'll hold it for hours. He will just hold it. He will just stand on one leg with one leg ready to kick, and he will just hold that for hours, standing on one leg. That's a sign of a good action figure, is being able to stand, pose around on one leg. We all know that. That's just an action figure thing. No base, no thing to tap it down. Just being able to, its own weight and balance, being able to stand on one leg is a sign of a well proportioned and dynamic action figure. So yeah, and he's got this is his accessory. So you can move his legs a little bit out that way. You can plug it onto his back to give him a cape. Down. You can have a cape here. Or you can remove that, and there's a button here, and you press the button and it reveals his shiv, his sword. It's a knife. And this, let me tell you about this. The size of the weapon and more longer. It looks like the most cliche tattoo. It's a dagger with an eye on it with wings. It's just like you go into a tattoo shop and you look through the flash pages and you'll spot this. It's a dagger with an eye in the middle of it with wings. It's just a very cliche tattoo, but it's actually his weapon, so he can hold this. I'm not sure how he's ever going to stab anything with that, but it's there. It's an accessory. I like to think of it as it's actually a drone he sends out, so it's a flying dagger thing. Brilliant. Honestly, I can say I've just fallen a little bit in love with it. It's supposed to be one of the worst Transformers ever. Wait, this is one of the worst Transformers ever then. Bloody hell. We're in for a good ride for the rest of them. Because he's a bit naff, but he's also not awesome. Awesome? He's naff and awesome, he's awesome. This is an awesome figure. Oh, beautiful. It's beautiful. It is actually beautiful. It's all good. His hands, you can do that, so you can have that like park animation, Wallace and Gromit thing. Oh, fresh cheese, got it. Also, if you want this, click that as a weapon that way. You can swap, because he's got ball joints, you can move everything around. You can swivel his head around, move these bits down, and give him a more burlesque mode. So he's got his nipple tassels, and he's got a tail feather he can shake. Welcome to the Moulin Rouge with Silverbolt. You know, right? Whoa, nipple tassels. There's lots of fun you can have with this. That's probably unintentional, but there's lots of fun here. He's a very dynamic action figure. His alt mode is gangly and awkward, but the colours used, the phoenix, the fire, the flame, this gorgeous translucent plastic with ink wash, just that subtle ink wash over the face, and then painted the samurai haircut. It's just, I'm sorry, Phil, I admire you a lot, but this cannot be the worst Transformer ever, because it's all kinds of beautiful. It's wrong, but it's all kinds of beautiful, and that is why he is this week's Transformer of the Week. Join me next time, and we'll be discussing more Transformers and more weeks and stuff and things that maybe people don't like but they should like because it's beautiful. Until then, be excellent to each other. Party on, dudes. And because you full-on deserve it for sitting through a Beast Machine Silverbolt review, here it comes. The Bisto...